Okay, so I'm going to be explaining the Heinz dilemma to you. Heinz's wife was dying from a particular kind of cancer. The doctor said the drug might save her. The drug has been discovered by a local chemist, and Heinz tries desperately to buy some, but the chemist was charging 10 times the money it costs to make the drug. And this was much more than Heinz could afford. Heinz could only raise half the money even after help from family and friends. He explained to the chemist that his wife was dying and asked if he could have the drug cheaper or pay the rest of the money later. The chemist refused, saying that he had discovered the drug and was going to make the money from it. Should Heinz steal the money, the drugs, to save his wife's life? Okay, so can you state your age?
47.
And can you respond to the prompt? Do you think that Heinz should or should not steal the drug?
Well, I think there's steps that could be taken before stealing the medication. You know, the first thing would be to try and raise the money. It sounds like Heinz is not able to raise all the money. The second thing would be to go to the chemist and, pull at his heartstrings, and we'd try to convince him that this is the right thing to do. If he still refuses, I would make a case that that this could be a very cost-effective move for him to provide the medication to Heinz and his wife, because if it is a success, Heinz would go around spreading the word that this chemist saved his life. And so that would likely make it much more likely that a company or other doctors would come and pay whatever it took to do that. I think if after all of those attempts were made and the chemist still refused, then I think that resorting to stealing the medication would probably be justified. I think that the risks of stealing it, the harm done to the chemist would not be life-threatening, and I think the risk to Heinz would also not be life-threatening. He would be forced to pay for the crime, and he should fully accept those responsibilities. But then the medication would be provided to his wife to hopefully prevent her from dying.
Thank you very much.
So when all is said and done, I would eventually steal the medication, and I would be very forthright with the authorities and the chemist after I had administered the medication to my wife. I would be interested in benefiting my family and benefiting myself, and that would be self-interest, and I would do whatever it took to save my wife. I would accept the consequences of it, and I would go ahead and freely admit what I had done to break the law, and I would accept my punishment. But the bottom line is, in a situation like this, I would do whatever it took to benefit myself and benefit my family.
For my dad's response to the prompt, he said things that are in levels 4 and 2. The first thing that he said for stage 4 is Heinz would be forced to pay for the crime and fully accept those responsibilities, but then the medication would be provided to his wife and hopefully prevent her from dying. The fourth stage is called law and order, which focuses on your duty as a member of society. Being good is characterized by showing respect for authority and maintaining social order. In this stage, laws are unquestionably obeyed. Adolescents realize that the compliance and obeying rule is crucial to uphold the law as well as maintain social order. Individuals in this stage look to society as a whole for guidance and about behavior. They are able to see the abstract normative systems and know that rules were implemented to keep society growing stronger and help keep social order. People in this stage feel that if something is legally right, that it must be morally right. So this resembles stage 4 because he will steal the drug but then take responsibility for it and turn himself in. Then the next thing that my dad said that resembled stage 2 was, in the end, I would be interested in benefiting my family and benefiting myself, and that would be self-interest, and I would do whatever I could to save my wife. Heinz should steal the drug for his own self-interest. Heinz would benefit from this because the drug will save his wife's life, and Heinz's wife makes him very happy. The second stage of moral development is individualism and exchange, which focuses on what the individual feels is in their best interest. This is when individuals begin to realize that there's not just one view that is handed down by authorities, but instead focuses on the idea that individual people have different individual viewpoints. Individualism is connected to this stage and is defined as an act of chasing personal independence and happiness rather than communal interests or goals. The question that an individual in this stage would ask himself is, what is in it for me? And clearly through this, Heinz would want to steal the drug because it's his wife and he loves his wife and he wants to save his life. So those are the stages, the Colbert stages that are connected to the Heinz dilemma from my dad's response.
My name is Janice, I'm 9 years old,
Okay, so should Heinz steal the drug for his wife?
he should not.
For his wife.
He should actually steal the drug
Why?
because it's like, he can like see if it actually works on his like wife, and then his wife will like be like okay from like cancer.
So he should steal the drug to save his wife because he doesn't want to lose her?
Yeah,
Say that.
he will like steal the drug for like his wife because he doesn't want to lose his wife.
Okay, so let's say that Heinz found out that the chemist's daughter is dying too. Should he steal the drug?
He would not. Because
Why?
if the chemistry person would use the drug on him, on her.
But there's only one drug, and then he's gonna have to wait a while to make it again. So should he or should he not steal the drug?
He might. So if like his wife just found out like she had cancer,
No, she's dying right now.
well then he should not do it, and because the other girl, she's just like starting with her life. I think she's just like starting with her cancer, and she has like a couple more days left.
Alright, and let's say that Heinz's wife is healed now, right? And they have a dog. Now their dog has cancer. And the chemist's dog has cancer too, and his daughter is cured. Should he steal the drug?
He should not steal the drug because
Okay, why?
he can like take it to a vet and see if they have.
Nope, the only drug that can save them is the chemist's drug.
And then
There's only one, so either he doesn't or he does steal a drug.
he does not steal
Okay,
the
why?
drug because he should steal the drug because I think the dog's been in his family for like centuries or something like that, and I'm guessing the chemistry person like just got its dog.
So you want Heinz to steal the drug because it's a family dog and it means a lot to him. Go say that.
Heinz should steal the drug because the dog is like a family dog and stuff, and they don't want to lose it.
After interviewing my 9-year-old sister, I see that she's primarily a stage 2 thinker, which is more like exchange and individualism. So things that she said was more like he'll steal the drug because he doesn't want to lose her, and the fact that I changed the dilemma a little bit and said that he had a daughter, and said that the chemist had a daughter, and that the daughter would have more time considering like she's younger and that she would have a longer life to live. And another thing she said, because I changed the dilemma again, saying that if it was a dog instead of a person, she said that he still should steal the drug because it's a family dog, he wouldn't want to lose him. So things like personal feelings towards it, benefiting oneself is primarily like a stage 2 thinker.